This week's episode of Hak5 is brought to you by GoDaddy.com, Netflix.com, Beck's Beer, and Twitter Fisher, harnessing the power of your Twitter account for viral link farming.
What? It's hot out there. Hey, give me back my beer.
Hey everybody, welcome to this episode of Hak5. I'm your host, Matt Lestock.
I'm Darren Kitchen.
For those of you who haven't seen the show before, we are a show focused on everything from systems administration to white hat and black hat hacking, and all the way on the other side of the spectrum, we also cover hardcore gaming.
Look, you gotta get your gaming on when you're hacking too. I mean, a little break there.
Well, you know,
goes hand in hand.
Some fun time.
Dude, first episode, 4th season. Who's stoked about that? I can't believe we've been doing it for like almost 4 years.
4 years, and our first show on Revision 3. We want to thank everybody at Rev 3 for having us.
Dude, Rev 3 is awesome. They've been so great to us.
Yeah.
And it kind of reminds me of, like, okay, so we've got a show coming out this Monday that hopefully you're watching on the Showtime on September 8th. We'll also have a show on September 10th, that Wednesday. So, you know, just, 2 days and then you're some more Technolist. And then we will be coming to you guys every Wednesday at hak5.org or revision3.com. And it's kind of like that old joke in the I think it was like the 3rd or 4th episode of the first season where we're like, you know, oh yeah, you know, for $10 we'll come to you every Wednesday.
Yep.
Not so much when the $10, but here we are.
Finally, you know, every week.
Every week.
So, Darren, what do we got going on this?
Well, Mubix has joined us, and he's going to be talking about an open source tool that you can use to do a little bit of forensics and a lot of intelligence gathering. That's going to be really fun. And Shannon, you're doing some gaming?
Yeah, I'm going to tell you guys all about this game called Audiosurf. It's awesome. You can put your own music into the game. I'll tell you all about it later.
Yeah, I hear some Prono Bozo coming up. Box of CDs under that desk need to give away.
Definitely.
Be awesome. And I'm going to be having fun with pineapple.
Yeah, that's a monstrosity.
It's actually a double-decker pineapple, and I'm going to show you how we can go down to the coffee shop, just like the good old days, and own some noobs on the wireless with a pineapple.
All right. Well, without further ado, guys, thanks for checking out Hak5, and hope you enjoy the show.
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm down in Colonial Williamsburg in front of my favorite coffee shop with a laptop and a pineapple, and I'm totally owning the wireless network. So let me tell you about this. Right, last time we were down here, it was with Harrison in the first season, and we were doing some ARP cache poisoning and some man-in-the-middle attacks on the wireless victims, if you will. I mean, anytime you put coffee and Wi-Fi together, it becomes a target-rich environment. But the problem with that is we were owning noobs on an individual basis, and it's kind of a chore. So what's happened is, in conjunction with Mubix and this guy named Robin Wood, we've put together an awesome tool that allows us to call the herd and make them come to us. So we're owning in totally a different aspect now. What we did is I mentioned, you know, this idea to Mubix. He has the same idea, put something very similar together, and he says that it's totally possible, and you can do it with this thing called Karma. But the thing is, Karma's a bitch, right? So getting it on the phone, not so easy. That's where Robin comes into place. I met this guy, Robin Wood, at ShmooCon last year. Totally elite hacker, and I'm not being sarcastic. So I shipped him out of Fawn over in the UK, and he's got mad Wi-Fi on the thing running, and it's beautiful. So what we've done is taken this pineapple here, and if I show you what we have here is we have a battery pack, and we have a Fawn router, and we have some fun packets. Okay. So what this thing does is basically exploits the way that typical Mac or Windows PCs work with their wireless access. So let's put an example together. Say like you've got a Windows laptop, and at home you have like a Netgear wireless access point. And say you work for Microsoft. So at your office you have Microsoft Corporate Wireless, right? Well, the thing is, when you turn your computer on at a cafe like this, the first thing it's going to do is say, oh, am I at home? Is my Netgear here? So it sends out a probe request, right? Well, this guy picks that up and says, oh yeah, that's me. Are you looking for the Microsoft corporate network? That's me as well. And it just lets them join this network. And of course, we're in the middle of this whole time. And the beautiful thing about this, that's the Karma part. The beautiful thing about this Yasager That's the code name for the project, is Yasker. It's German. It means a yes man, because that's what this guy does. He just says yes all day. Is that it's got this Ajaxy interface. So I can log in here with my laptop and see the noobs as they join, see their MAC addresses, and I get a little drop down that lets me do any cool thing to them, okay? So right now, it's pretty basic, just DHCP, get them associated with the access point, all fun and games, and then maybe I just sit in between and fire up Wireshark, or maybe I want to take it a step further. So that's the fun thing about this hack, is that we can build on it completely. So we can take it to the next level. Maybe we can use upside down Internet and turn every graphic on a web page upside down for all the noobs on the coffee shop, or maybe we want to be malicious and fire up Metasploit and see if maybe they don't have all the latest Windows patches. That would really be a shame, because you never know. I mean, these could be corporate laptops here. And they've all said, yes, that's my access point, I'd like to join it. So, big thanks to Robin Wood for helping put this together, and Mubix, definitely. And we will actually be breaking this guy apart next week. We're going to open up the pineapple and show you how to put together your own fawn router with this code, and hopefully, release this so that we can extend it some more and make it do much more cooler things. Then later this month, we're going to be at TourCon and hopefully speak with Robin Wood about the development of this thing. I'm really excited about all the possibilities with this pineapple, and I hope you guys will stick around for next week when we open it up and talk about the Wi-Fi Pineapple Part 2, installing Yasker.
Okay, a pineapple. It sounds great. I'm really excited about TourCon in San Diego. What are the dates for that, Darren?
We're going to be there September 26th through the 28th in San Diego at TourCon. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, so since we're going to be there, why don't you guys follow us on Twitter? We'll give out some Hak5 swag. We'll tell you guys where we're at during the TourCon, and I'm definitely really excited to meet this Robin Wood guy. Who is this guy, Darren?
Well, I met him at ShmooCon last year, and we've just been conversing over email. Like I said, I sent him a fawn router, and this guy's like seriously elite hacker.
He's mad Wi-Fi.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's down with the Linux kernel, we could say.
Okay.
Yeah, very cool stuff.
Cool.
So totally stoked about that. So trivia this week.
Yes. This week, our trivia is sponsored by GoDaddy.com. GoDaddy offers 99.9% uptime, 24/7 support, and free access to Hosting Connection, which is the place to install over 30 free applications, sure to help you get the most from your hosting plan and website. Plus, if you enter code HAK10, that's HAK10, when you check out, you save an additional 10% off your entire order. Some restrictions apply. See site for details. Get your piece of the internet at GoDaddy.com. And this week's trivia is, what is the name of the graffiti established in 2002 and typically drawn in chalk in public places that signifies the presence of Wi-Fi? Instead of doing our usual email answers like we used to do, and why did we stop that, Darren?
Okay, so basically we've still got people emailing us from like season 1 and season 2 trivia questions.
Oh.
And that means you, Brian, come on, let's just put it on the forums.
I must have like at least 500 different
It's the
integrated
WAS
WAS machine. Okay,
Yeah.
enough is enough.
So be the first one on the forums, and then everybody will know it's already been answered.
Exactly. So
Yes.
you'll get some free stuff.
And you'll get props in public.
Yeah.
Yes, that's exactly what we're doing. We'll actually put out a brand new thread. It's going to be the trivia thread. So the first person that answers the question correctly for that week, we'll send you a PM asking for your address and for your name, and we'll send you some Hak5 swag, possibly some stickers, something else. Who knows? It might change up. We'll figure that out. Next, we're going to go to Mubix, who's going to talk to us about Maltego. It's a open source intelligence and forensics tool. But first, we're going to give you a quick break, so stay tuned.
Why give your username and password to sites that offer to add functionality to the crippled service that has become Twitter when you could sign up for Twitter Fisher today? Twitter Fisher is the hottest new Web 2.0 service that harnesses the social networking power of your Twitter account and mashes it up with a crowdsourced, bot-generated viral link farming. And best of all, it's an open beta. Be the first in your social circle to join. Twitter Fisher is easy. All you have to do is go to twitterfisher.com and sign up with your Twitter username and password. Once signed in, you'll be given a shiny Web 2.0 badge for your blog or forum signature. It's that simple. Twitter Fisher is a member of the Microsoft Botnet Alliance, is not responsible for your dubious.
Hey, what's up, Rob?
How's it going?
Doing awesome. Thanks for coming down for the first shoot.
No problem.
I'm excited. So, we're going to be talking about Maltego.
Yeah.
Last time we talked about Maltego, it wasn't even named Maltego.
No, it was Evolution before now.
So, okay. So for the people that are new to this completely, what's Maltego?
So Maltego is an information gathering tool, basically. And what it does is correlate that data, just like, it's nothing more than really Google searches at this point, but it's a lot more powerful than that.
Okay. So it's like Google searching on crack, but what do you really use it for? I mean, this isn't just ego searching.
This is information gathering to every level, to military intel.
Okay, so if you're like on a penetration test, or if you're just trying to find out weird stuff you never knew about your girlfriend.
Or your social security number online.
Okay. Give me some other examples, like checking out like possible employees. You know, if you're an employer and you're like, who's this guy?
Right, you take his email address and throw it in Maltego and hit go.
So you tell me that there's new versions of Maltego since we last talked about this.
Right, we're at 2.0 right now.
Okay, and then there's different editions?
Right, so you got the full-blown edition, and then you have the community edition. The community edition has a lot of constraints to it, where it has a 15-second wait time on a splash screen and a couple other things that kind of constrict how you use it. But it's still quite usable and very nice to have, and it's free.
Great. Well, what are we in the free version right here?
No, we're in the full-blown version.
Okay, full-blown version, and you can find this built into what, Backtrack now?
The community edition is built into Backtrack.
Sweet. So what are the really nifty new features that are in this?
So, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
So some of the nifty new features is transforms are now no longer just built into the application itself. They can add transforms as it goes.
So there's a whole framework so you can add them.
Right.
Now, what is a transform for the people that are like, transform, what's that thing?
So a transform is basically an API call, and it can be an in-depth API call, so something that goes from 9 different APIs on 9 different sites, like the social networking one.
Okay, so an API, an application programming interface.
Right.
So, for example, the way I'm understanding this is that the social network transform queries different social networking sites. So, like Facebook, MySpace, LinkedIn, all of which have open APIs that you can use to do searching, and this integrates those APIs into the transform, so you can type in someone's name and then do a transform of social networks and find out where they exist. Right. All around the different internet tubes in their different social networks.
So say I want to look up your email address and see what other social networks you're on.
Let's take a look.
All right. Okay. So we started with a group, and a lot of people just put one thing in, but when you're doing or information gathering, you want to put as much information as you already know in there.
Okay, so we're trying to do some reconnaissance on me. Right.
On Hak5.org.
On Hak5.org. So let's take a look. What do we have here?
So we have, let's start with the email addresses that we know. And here's some of the email addresses we know. We have Mubix at Hak5.org, Darren at Hak5.org, Wes, Paul, Matt, all these at Hak5.org, right?
Okay.
We're all there. And
so we've got them all selected.
So we all select them. And this is one thing that the community version does not have, is where you can select them all and do it. The transforms on it. You have to do one entity at a time.
Okay, so the pay-for version, you can do as many transforms on as many nodes as you want, but when it comes to the community edition, it's one thing at a time.
Right. Okay. So even if I had 15,000 entities on here,
a lot more legwork.
Right. So we go in here, and
so these are all email addresses. So we're going to say do a transform from email address to social networks. Cool.
Okay. This is actually using Rapleaf, which is a social networking search. And now what we found is that you and I have web presences. So let's look in here, and we got Darren at hak5.org, Darren Kitchen on Facebook to see the FB.
Okay.
And then Flickr.
Sure. And then also on LinkedIn.
LinkedIn, we kind of sorted them incorrectly. And we also have your name, which comes up as a person, as entity as a person, and then you can continue on from there.
Okay.
It also has me on Flickr, LinkedIn, MySpace, and as well as my name.
So now that we have these, what other kind of queries can we do with these? So you told me a little bit about PGP queries.
Right.
What is that? I mean, we know what PGP keys are for signing emails, and we all have like public keys. I host my public PGP key on DarrenKitchen.net.
Right.
How does that, as you, the spy, the super sleuth, the penetration tester here, that's trying to hack into hak5.org, how is that going to help you?
So say I'm trying to enumerate your users or people that are part of that organization. I want to go and see if you signed any other keys. So if I didn't initially on my email search on the domain, didn't find, or Google searching, whatever other intel I'm doing, find other email addresses, I can use your PGP keys to find out who you signed as well. So if I find that Darren signed Matt's key and I never had Matt's
then you know that we must be either professional acquaintances or friends, because there's the proof.
And then it says at hak5.org.
Great.
Right.
Now, what about metadata? You were doing some searches on the Hak5 website, and you found some things where you could do metadata search. What's that all about?
So metadata is things that are stored in the additional to the file, like EXIF data and usernames and host names for Word documents. It's really good for, especially like Word documents and Notepad.
Okay,
Excel documents.
So I save a Word document, just a standard Microsoft Office, Word, or PowerPoint document, and I put it up on my website, and I'm like, hey guys, take a look at this stuff. What's that metadata that you can find within that?
So using Maltego's transform, it'll find the specific metadata that it's looking for is usernames. So now I have
my Windows logon username?
Your Windows logon username. And sometimes it's even, you can take it even further and go, okay, this is their naming conventions. So you can think and use your mind to say, this is probably his username, this is probably his username, and continue on from there.
Okay. And that would maybe help you with, like, you already know what the person's kids' names are, you know what their name is, their home address, their phone number. You've got all this wealth of information, and then you find that Word document, now you have their username. So then you call up IT department, and you're like, you've got everything you need to do some real social network, some social engineering.
And with Facebook, they have your birthday kind of public now, or they used to with another exploit have your birthday. So now you have their birth date as well. So now you can call a credit card information saying, this is my birthday.
What about DNS? You showed me a DNS Brute Force, which looked awesome.
Right, so DNS Brute Forcing is nothing new. What it is basically guessing at your DNS names, what other sites within or subdomains you have.
Okay, so I've got www.hak5.org.
ftp.hak5.org.
Forums.hak5.org, wiki, BBS, noob, whatever.
Right, and that will give you other sites to attack, basically, or other information on that, so you can continue on down those roads as well.
And also with this, you said that you could find an IP address, and then from just that IP address, find out, like, maybe if it's a shared web hosting service, what other, like I'm on DreamHost for DarrenKitchen.net, but there's also a bunch of others that are on that exact IP address, so you can find out who they are. So maybe if you couldn't hack into DarrenKitchen.net, you could maybe
hack into
one of my neighbors.
And then just continue on from there.
Okay. Cool. So what are some of the new things that are coming in Maltego 2.1?
So 2.1 is coming out in the near future, hopefully. It's still in development. But local transforms. And now, right now, all the transforms that you're doing are through the API keys that, well, the Technorati ones are your own, but all the other transforms use API keys that Paterva owns.
Okay.
Because it takes a while to register as a developer and all these other things to get an API key for some of the sites.
It's not as easy as getting like a Google Maps API key where you just sign up with a valid email address and you wait some time and you have it.
Right. So in 2.1 you'll have local transforms, which means you can be completely off the internet and use these transforms. So some of the ones I've used before are Active Directory and SharePoint. So Active Directory, if I'm doing a penetration test and I'm inside the network somehow, and I do Active Directory calls with no authentication.
You crawl somebody's SharePoint server and their Active Directory, and
I got all
gold mine of information there. I mean, especially considering all the metadata. Yeah, I hear you. Wow, this is a great piece of software for anybody that's looking to do, not just penetration testing, but I mean, if you want to take it the social aspect, it's just a treasure trove of information for anybody that's trying to do some social networking.
Definitely.
Now, how can you use this maybe to step up the paranoia about yourself a little bit? And I'm a little concerned about my privacy. Maybe I'm a little concerned that my cell phone number might get leaked or something. How do I use this tool to protect myself rather than go breaking into your systems?
So my systems.
I mean, no, I would never try Mubix. Come on, what do I look like? I know that I could never get into your system. I would never try.
Right. So a friend of mine, just for an example, I showed him Evolution when it was still called Evolution, and we looked up his email addresses and stuff like that, and he came across some interesting data on Craigslist. He's never posted to Craigslist, doesn't even have an account. But he found that a friend of his has used him as a reference with his full social security number and his date of birth and email address in his Craigslist post to get a job.
Wow. So, obviously contact Craigslist.
He contacted Craigslist, got it removed.
Yeah, that's some scary stuff. So I think
you never know who
so if I
on your friends list has posted information about you.
Yeah, I know, my friends.
Right.
What great friends you are. Post my social. Yeah. So where can I go to download this so I can search for my phone number and my social and all that other stuff?
So Backtrack 3 actually has the community version built into it, and you can just get
remoteexploit.org.
Remoteexploit.org. So you can, if you already have Backtrack, just find it. It's in the information gathering menu options, and then. If you want it on Windows, Linux, or Mac OS, you just download it off of Paterva.org.
Paterva.org, and of course you have an excellent article at your own website that talks about a lot of the more in-depth stuff that we couldn't drill down into. If this is something that you are very interested in, definitely check out Mubix's site, room362.com. Room362.com, and if this is something that you guys are really interested in, let us know. We can drill deeper into this and take just little chunks of it and go into that for a full-length segment in the future.
One thing I forgot to mention was there's a new set of transforms coming out called PTAS, and PTAS is the penetration side of it.
Oh,
which will take it to a new level.
When are these coming out?
Those are coming also in development for 2.1.
Great. We're gonna have
and they're in the full version.
Gonna have to have you come back and show us this penetration testing transform
Definitely.
with 2.1. Mubix, thanks so much for coming on. And I think we're gonna check in with Shannon now and see what's going on with LAN Party. Shannon.
Thank you, Darren. So, this month we're having a LAN party and it's getting sponsored by Netflix. And Netflix is awesome, so I suggest it to anybody. Netflix is sponsoring our show. As most of you know, at Netflix you can rent over 90,000 titles online, including lots and lots of Blu-ray titles, with free shipping both ways to your home and back. They have over 40 shipping centers, so almost all deliveries happen in one business day. The Netflix plans start at just $4.99, and as a new member and a Hak5 fan, you can get a no-risk 2-week free trial membership. So check it out at www.netflix.com/Hak5. And please don't forget the www. So this month's LAN party is Counter-Strike Source, and I am super excited. I don't know about you guys, but I kind of own in Counter-Strike, so I'll probably be making a noob out of Darren.
No, I don't know about
please.
that.
Are you kidding me? Me and my P90, I'm just going to walk right through you holding the trigger.
P90 M4.
P90? What do you do? Do you silence your M4?
Oh,
Yes.
Oh,
Don't get started.
What do you rock?
please. Hello, AK-47. Oh, all over the place. Come on.
Spray and pray. Anyway, whatever.
Oh, please. My
So
first shot in
we won't
CSS
judge.
was
We
a
won't
headshot.
judge.
Yeah, don't judge me, okay?
So what are the dates on that?
That's going to be September 20th, and we're filming the next episodes all that day. So we'll probably be streaming this online at hak5.org, and you can join up at our server at game.hak5.org as well. So I'm going to be doing this really cool gaming segment about Audiosurf, but first I'm going to have Darren do this really cool utility for you.
Yeah, I wanted to talk to you guys about this really neat utility that I found recently when I was having to fix one of my users' PCs, and it's one of the banes of having people run as administrator, and then they got crap, and then I'm trying to clean up a PC. I'm trying to clean up a spare, really, from some other user that turned it in. Anyway, long story short, I got like a laundry list of all these things I need to do. And aside from the regulars like CC Cleaner that you should be using, there's this neat utility that I found called Glare Utilities. And as you can see here, it's really simple to set up. You just install it, and then you're good to go. Some of the utilities in here, the one that I find the most useful is this batch uninstall utility. So here we go. It's just like add remove programs, except you can just go ahead and check all these little punks that you don't want to ever see again, and they'll be gone. So that is my pick for the week. That should save you some time. You can find that in the show notes at hak5.org.
All right.
Shannon.
Hey, what's up? What am I talking about?
I needed to thank you, Darren.
And you need to walk over there, or do you
we-
want to just be over there? Just
be over there?
Just
So what do we got today, Shannon?
We have Audiosurf. It's basically this musical game where you're running down the frets of a Guitar Hero guitar.
Okay.
That's pretty much what it is.
That's collecting blocks, easy stuff.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, it's very easy. It's a really, really casual game for like if you're coming home from school and then you're going to work in a couple of minutes. You want to sit down and play a game for a few minutes. You have Audiosurf. I think the best thing about this game is that you can upload your own songs from your own collection, whether it's iTunes, whether it's a MP3, whatever you want.
And it creates the track based on that.
Yeah, exactly. It creates the track to the rhythm of that song.
Okay.
All the beats go along, they correlate with the different bricks, and you have to pick up the bricks that are the same color in the song. That gives you a bonus, and if you run into the wrong color brick, like a gray brick in this version, then you get negative points, and that's no good. We don't want that.
No. Gray bricks are bad.
Yes.
So we can import our music. The gameplay is really simplistic.
It's very cool.
We like that. Yeah. And is there a demo or anything that we can download?
Yes, there is. I actually downloaded the demo from Steam. Steam, of course, everybody uses it already. This game's distributed by Valve right now. And the demo version, you can only play about 5 different songs until it tells you that you need to buy the full version. But since the full version's only $10, why not? I mean, it's addictive enough. You're going to play it enough.
$10, you can't beat that. Where can we go ahead and get the game?
You can find this at audio-surf.com, or you can download it straight from Steam.
All right. Well, I will let you get back to your game because you seem obviously obsessed with it.
Yes, I need those bonus points.
And I'm going to head over and talk to Darren.
All right, have fun.
Thanks.
All right, so that just about wraps up this episode of Hak5. But before we get going, there's a couple other things we need to talk about. First of all, got to thank Mubix over at room362.com for coming down and talking to us about all that fun forensics and investigation software. We need to remind you guys that we will be airing again this Wednesday, September 10th. So if you're watching on a Monday, 2 days later, get some more Technolust. Join us because we're going to have Chris Gerling here talking about some fun stuff. Reverse engineering. Thank you.
No problem.
It's written in front of me, but whatever.
Exactly.
And also your feedback. Can't stress this enough. This is a new season. This is a new set. We've got some additions to the cast, and we're on a new network. So obviously, we are very interested in hearing what you guys have to think about the show, the format, the segments you'd like to see, all that fun stuff. Don't be shy. Just go ahead and email feedback@hak5.org. It goes to all of us, and we really love to see that. So if there's something on your mind, or check this, if you've got an idea for a segment, something you think that we should cover, totally let us know, because I mean we've got like 52 segments to do, episodes to do this year, like 160 some odd segments. So let us know, because we would love to bring you guys what you want to see. Let's see, you can subscribe to us on iTunes. You can also follow us on Twitter. So, like Shannon and I, we're going to be at TorCon. You can follow us. You can just follow @Hak5 on Twitter if you're on Twitter. And you can see who it follows. It follows all of us. And then you can see what's going on with the cast, see when we're doing some live set cam streaming, fun stuff like that.
Right.
So what else? Let's see. Feedback and the forums. Of course, we also hang out in IRC, irc.hak5.org, happily hosted by Mint IRC, and they rock. And we've been drinking Beck's all week because they are our new beer sponsor, and we are we're very thankful because we've been, growing fond of it all week. You're rocking the light version, which is like 65 calories.
Yes, 64 calories actually, to be precise.
That's a good base 2 number.
Yeah, Beck's is the #1 German export beer.
Now, there's this key here. This is symbolic some way?
Yeah, it's an iconic graphic. Basically, it's from the coat of arms of the founding city, Bremen, Germany. And it says it right on the label, so that's actually helping me a lot. But the one great thing is Beck's is launching a new campaign. It's called the Beck's Key Club, that it's open to all Beck's drinkers. And you can go there, you get access to special events, exclusive content, and free Beck's gear when you sign up at beckskeyclub.com.
We've got our Beck's gear coming on the way, so we can't wait to open it and see what's in there. Hopefully it gets here, probably not the next episode that's shooting in an hour, but the next episode after that, and we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah. So again, thanks to Beck's and to Shannon, her very first day on the show.
Give her a big round of applause.
Yeah.
Thank you, thank you.
Yes,
yeah,
she did great, and look forward to more segments.
There's one more thing that we want to mention.
Yes.
That is Hak5 stickers and other swag.
Yeah.
Go to hak5.org/stickers. We're also going to be putting together a bunch of different packages.
The ultimate Hak5 swag bag. Okay, so basically, everybody that's donated for the stickers between like when the house flooded and now has really helped us rebuild and build the Season 4 studio. So we want to thank you all, and we want to put together a big swag bag for like a limited thing, like maybe like 100 of them that will, sign and sell and hopefully get us to the next level, which is, I don't know if you've noticed the quality of standard def.
Not so much anymore.
We're going to show you, we're going to put together a special DVD that's got like a behind the scenes of how this crazy rat's nest works. It's mainly just splitters and adapters and composite cables and VGA.
So help us help you. Basically, when we go ahead and sell through the 100 ultimate swag bags, what we can actually do is we can actually purchase our mixer. So all the donations that go to the stickers and to the swag bag go directly toward the purchase of our HD
They've
mixer.
already purchased our cameras. They were some awesome, inexpensive Panasonic consumer grade stuff that's got component out. I mean, we're doing this on the hacker level, but it turns out that HD mixers still in this day and age, it's super expensive.
Yeah.
But we need to get there because the screen captures need to be a lot better. We know that. We want it to be. And I'm going to go ahead and toss in and let you guys know that if you get us there, we'll have like little meters showing you how our progress is. You get us there, I will get him some makeup so you can watch him on the show too.
Thank you,
HD.
Darren. I appreciate it.
All right.
Yeah, I should probably also go to the purchase of a razor.
Yeah, you should do that before the next episode that we're shooting in an hour.
Yeah.
All right. Well, without further ado, we really hope you guys tune in on Wednesday for episode 402. And until next time, trust your technolist.
Have a great one.
Yeah.
Happy what?
Great one.
Have a great one.
Yeah.
I thought you said happy grandma. I'm like,
Happy grandmas.
happy grandmas.
Yeah. Happy grandmas.
They are happy.
Happy grandmas.
Happy grandmas. I like
Happy
turtles.
grandpas.
Hey everybody, welcome to this episode of Hak5. I have no idea where I'm going.
Let me try this. Let me give you an example. Stay on this. Stay on this. Hey, and welcome to Hak5. I'm your host, Darren Kitchen.
And I'm Matt Lestock.
And today we're having a whole bunch of fun stuff being done. It's been 4 months. It's gonna be bad. Hello and welcome to Hak5. I'm your host, Darren Kitchen.
I'm Matt Lestock.
And Hak5 is great.
All right, let me try this.
Okay, we're coming back from Darren Swallows as a line. How am I supposed to do this? I don't want to have the pineapple coming out of my head. So it's unlocked, and now it's got drivers so that we can do some interesting. Seriously? Seriously? Of course, we invite you to tune in to
White hat and black hat hacking, all the way on the other side of the spectrum. We cover hardcore gaming as well.
And we're totally stoked to be here. This is our this is our screensaver. It's the default Windows.
Damn it, that was it too.
Wait, focus.
Good?
Matt, put your face where the Olivia logo is. I'm sorry, Shannon, put your face. Nope.
And 3, 2. Okay.
Look gay? How does this look? I have to do something with my hands, dude. What? What? Did I miss something?
You're just like,
Look at my Calvin Klein model.
brains.